Hi everyone, I'm Trace. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would just welcome you in today to Earthstar just to share something with me. I did a personal spread here for Virgo season. It's just a Virgo season tarot spread that I did on myself, and I thought, you know what, I'd like to share this with everybody. The Hermit card is a 9-year, so we are in 2025, which is the 9, and it's about introspection. It's about the important solitude that we can take for ourselves, and I do a lot of that. I do a lot of just connecting with spirit through my cards, and I love that because it's my way of seeking enlightenment. It's my way of connecting with myself. You know, sometimes we have all this outside bombardment in our mind that we think, are we imagining it? Is that really a message from our angels or a message from our guides? And I think for me, tarot really gives me that bridge to get the answers. So I thought, let me share it with you so that we can sort of focus together and you can understand how the solitude is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And I think, you know, we have so many distractions in our lives. We've got social media. We have, from the time we wake up in the morning, there's so much demands on us. There's this instant gratification life that we're all living right now. And I come from the 80s. I'm an 80s child. And when you come from that era into what we are facing now, it's a quite a big gap for me to get used to. But we have to develop. We can't be living in that time, and we have to develop as time goes by. And how I do it is through my connection, through my angels, and through my cards. And then me starting this Earthstar channel has really helped me to transfer what I feel inside that can help others as well. And I think just if you're here for a personal message, this is something that we can all do every day. It doesn't need to be a long process. You can journal, you can buy yourself an oracle deck, and you'll find there's little tidbits that come in, and you create your own relationship with your decks. So when you're in the right energy, okay, you take a deep breath and you have that intention that you set into your cards or into your journaling or however your time alone is spent, you won't believe the results that you get. It's almost like you have this little best friend inside of you, and it's connecting to just take the time and the energy work that will give you the answers to life. And I think for me, that solitude really, really helps. So I want to bring you what I pulled for myself here. So as I said, it's a Virgo season spread. Card number 1 is about analyzing the season. So analyzing what areas of my life that I need to analyze. And I got the 5 of Blades, which is the 5 of Swords. And these little ghosts, they're not very happy in the background, but this one little ghost here is. And usually this 5 of Swords means it's about my ego. It's about how I'm trying to cope with life, how I'm trying to get ahead in life. And sometimes, your ego gets the better of you. And I know we all have an ego. And I know that if you understand what I'm going to say next, it's not a bad thing. We are all human. We are all living a journey that has every ego test that flies at us all day, every day. And there's sometimes you can be judgmental, and I know I can be, but we are encouraged to pull it back to understand that everybody else is on their own journey. And if I want to get ahead, if my personality is irritated with somebody because of a procedure, or is non-tolerant of choices that people make because there are consequences, that is my choice. That's how I live. But I must also remember that there are other people around me that are living their own journey, and my harsh words can be ugly to them. So I need to pull myself in. This is what the analyzer is saying. What aspects of my life require analysis? I need to understand that sometimes my words can be cruel. Sometimes the way I treat people can be egotistical because I want to get ahead in life. So that's my first card. And the second card is organize. How can I achieve better organization in my life? And the 6 of Wands, sticks, is about winning. It's about recognition. So I need to actually understand what is working for myself and take the win. And this is what this little card is saying to me today, is that in the month of, or in the Virgo season, if I am feeling like everybody else around me is getting on my last nerve, and I actually might have a bit of a self-worth problem, because this is very much imposter syndrome kind of card as well, because of the ego, because I'm trying to inflate myself to make myself feel good. I must remember that I have skills inside of myself that I can organize my life better when I look and be grateful for the recognition that I have of myself. So it's a very personal card, this. Even though the Six of Wands is recognition from the outside, in this question, organize how I can achieve better organization of my life, I need to actually recognize my wins and not be so hard on myself, because this card here is very much being so hard on myself. Then the third card, I've got two cards that came out, they fell out together, and it's about healing. The question is, what parts of myself require healing, and how can I love myself in this healing? And I got the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands. Now, the High Priestess is typically a card of understanding that what's on the other side of the veil isn't, we're not really supposed to know. We aren't really supposed to have a fortune telling kind of life. Otherwise, why are we living? We're living on a plane of experience. So if we want to know what's on the other side of the veil all the time, how can we heal? How can we experience and learn the lessons and then don't repeat them? And what this card is saying to me, this Eight of Wands here, is saying, life is happening anyway. This is it's a card of messages. It's a card of process. That's what I want to use the word. It's a card of process. So when this card comes up in a reading, it's telling you that don't fight it. Don't fight life. And how I can heal is that I know this. I know deep down inside what every day is, and it's bringing me back to this moment right now. The High Priestess is a major arcana that is the most special card because it pulls you back to this space inside of you that nobody can touch or explain or understand. That's my space. That's who I am inside. So for me to understand what parts of myself need healing, only I can do that. And life is happening around me. So I don't want to focus on the outside. I need to focus on the inside. And the question again is, what part of myself requires healing? How can I heal myself? So it's the expectations of what is happening around me all the time, trying to manipulate it because of this card, trying to make everything work for me. I need to recognize my wins. I need to recognize that I need to heal that part of me because I can't control that. As a self, what's the word? I am going to confess now, I do like to control things. So what this is saying to you is, I know that deep down inside, that I can't control how life works. That is not life. I need to experience it. And that is what this is saying to me now, is experience everything that comes to me and just be in that truth of it and balance it out and just close my eyes and enjoy my life. That is how I'm going to heal. I cannot control everything around me. And then the fourth card, the question is, serve. How can I best assist others? And I've got this little Four of Cups here. Now the Four of Cups usually is the card of boredom. It's usually the card of not seeing new opportunities coming, and it's looking at the three cups in front of you going, oh gosh, am I eating toast again today? So how can I serve others? This is exactly what I'm doing. This video is saying I need to show others that there are opportunities. There are other things in life. There isn't only one way to do things. There isn't only one way you need to control everything. And there's this time out. There's this message that I need to get across to everybody. And that's why I actually did this video today, because how can I heal others, or how can I assist others? How can I serve others? It's to show that emotionally we have to have a different kind of mindset, a different, as I said in the beginning of this whole video, is getting back to you, getting back to that primary space inside of you. And that's what the High Priestess is here as well. It's that solitude that we need to seek in ourselves. Nothing outside has any claim over that. That is your space inside of you. And that is what this little cup is saying to you here. So that euphoria, that love that you feel for yourself, that gap that you have that nobody knows about inside of you, that is what you need to be searching for. And that is how you can serve others, by showing others the joyfulness of your life. And then the next card, I've got the Knight of Cups, and the question is harvest. What in my life is ready to be harvested? And again, it's a little cups card. And this Knight of Cups, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He believes in love. He believes that he is amazing in love and that he has all the right words to say. In fact, it's probably very similar to who I am. I believe in the flow of love. And that is what I need to harvest. I need to understand that that is more of what I need in life. The Knight of Cups is this You could say he's a fool. He's a fool in love. He's a fool of love. You need to enjoy life again. And I think this is what the Virgo season is telling me, to bring it back to actually living in the season rather than worrying what's going to happen next year or next week. I need to bring it back to that offer that life is offering me. And there's the cup that's offering me. It's coming from the serving side. Life is serving that to me. I need to take it up and drink it. And then the last card in the spread says Gold Guiding Star. This is from the Divine Advice. It's assistance on through the whole season. What is the assistance on my whole journey? And it needs this Two of Swords. It usually means make a decision. It usually means you're not seeing the wood for the trees. But I'm taking it as the guiding star, the divine advice from source, from spirit into my journey. Is what I need to do is I need to use my other senses. I need to stop thinking too much. I need to close my eyes, and because it's falling under the High Priestess, I need to use my senses more. And that's exactly what the Hermit does. The Hermit is all about finding the answers within, and that is what the blindfold is for. Don't get it caught up with everything else outside of me. And that is a decision I need to make today. I need to make a decision of seeking the solitude, probing into myself, enlightening, and subconsciously, all of a sudden, everything else will feel so much easier because I'm not trying to control, because that's my main theme here. And then on my side here, I've got a little oracle deck that I had, and I pulled a card before, and here it is. It says Wondrous Universe, Walk in Beauty. Now doesn't that just fill my whole reading perfectly? It's telling me that I'm living in a wondrous universe. I need to look for the beauty. I need to not worry too much about winning and being right and controlling my days. I need to actually take time to live in my heart space. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know I'm always giving everybody else advice and taroscopes and all the rest of it, but I also like to always look at the bottom of the deck, and I forgot about that. And look at the bottom of the deck. It's the Ten of Coins. Now the Ten of Coins, or Ten of Pentacles, is about the journey that you walk through in life, right? It's about every single practical thing that I do in life is a legacy that I'm trying to leave. You can see that these coins, the discs, are all shaped in the tree of life. And what this is saying to me is just take each day and live towards that lotto of life that I'm living for. We're all trying to get to this point in our lives. So that is my Virgo message. And I just absolutely love everything that came through for me. I've got some work to do on my mind, on my ego, and I've got some introspection to do for myself. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you understand how tarot can help you, and how taking time for yourself and connecting to your guides can help you so dearly. So I'm sending you so much light, and I'm sending you all the light in the world for this month of Virgo season. Take care.